Well, here's the finished leg. Unfortunately, I am new to this whole YouTube thing. I accidentally deleted all the footage of myself turning and getting this leg ready. So I do apologize, but I'll try to do better from here on out. I'm going to leave it on the lathe, and what I've done is I've made a jig, and I'm going to put on the end here, and I'm going to start cutting the dovetails in the end for the feet. So let me show you the jig real quick. I'll show you how I mount it on there, and I'll get those cut. Well, here's the jig that's going to get mounted to the lathe bed to cut the dovetails. It's very simple. This is going to mount on the lathe bed. These are going to hold it to the lathe bed, and these are two templates I've made. There's basically three different operations I need to make when I cut this. The pedestal will go in here. This is going to sit on top. The first template, I'm going to put a straight cutting bit, and I'm going to flatten the top part of the leg. Then the second template is going to go down. I'm going to lower the bit, and I'm going to hog out a lot of the material that the tenon is going to sit into for the leg. Then I'll take a dovetail bit, and I will cut the dovetails on the sides after I've hogged that material out. I'm going to mount this to the lathe bed, and then we'll get cutting. As you can see, I've got the jig mounted on my lathe. I put an indexing pin in here, so it's locked in here. I've got the first template on. And what this is going to do is I've got the router bit set in the router at a certain depth. It's going to ride around this, and it's going to cut a flat spot. I'm going to cut the first one, remove the indexing pin, move it 90 degrees, and do it all the way around on 4 sides. Let's do it. Let's do it. Move the indexing pin out, turn it about 90 degrees, find the sweet spot, lock it in, and do the next one. Alright, well I've got my 4 flat spots for the legs to fit into. Now I just need to hog out about another 7/8 of an inch down, a little bit inside of here. I'm going to hog out all that material for the tenon on the leg, and then I'll put a dovetail on the side, the third. I've got my second template on there. I've got the new depth adjustment set for this router bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hog out about 2 inches, 7/8 of an inch down all the way across. I'll do it in 3 or 4 passes to get down there. Up. Exactly 7/8 of an inch. Very good. So 3 more times. Alright, well that's the last of the 4 mortises for the tenons. Now all I need to do is put another router bit in there, which is dovetail bit, and cut an 8-degree dovetail right here on these corners. It should be a very strong joint when it's all glued up. Alright, well I've kept the template in place. I put the dovetail bit of my router. Again, this is a very long shank, 8-degree bit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dovetail on these corners right here. Looks good. Now I just got to spin it and just repeat the process on the other 3 sides. Alright, well I've got all the other dovetails cut in this. Once the legs get the other mating dovetails cut, actually the tails themselves, they'll slide in here. There's a lot of glue surface here. This will be a very, very strong joint. Very happy with the way that came out.